Mighty Droid. Matthew here. So today we're going to be talking about updates. So, number one, Foxconn. Foxconn is a company that Apple used to produce their products, like the iPad, Macs, iPads, all stuff like that. Foxconn make them, basically. And Foxconn is based in China, and basically they make loads of products for all different companies. Now, it's mainly Apple and Sony and Nokia that they make them for. And basically Google have went to them and said that we're going to help you build better machines that are faster. So what this means is that Foxconn are going to be able to produce a hell lot more products for Apple, Nokia, and Sony. So on release dates, as most people know, the 5S in gold, the champagne gold, was low on stock, and people were getting really annoyed about it since they wanted it on the day. But that would no longer happen because Foxconn could produce twice as many of the gold, so then they'd have enough for the release date. So everyone would be happy. So this is a really good thing, and I really hope it succeeds. Okay, number two. So number two, we're going to be talking about probably what you're watching this video using, and that is Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi is really good, and pretty much everyone has it in the modern times. I mean, you couldn't even watch this video without it. So yeah. So basically, Virgin have released this new thing called in-flight network, and basically you can connect and pay for a Wi-Fi service in the plane. Now, this is really good. I'm not sure about the pricing. Knowing Virgin, it'll probably be extremely overpriced, and probably not many people will use it. But it's still good to have that feature there, and maybe in the future it'll come down in price. Now, I don't know how fast it is, but it's Wi-Fi, and it's pretty good, and I'm sure you'll be really happy about that. So, Wi-Fi and plane, guys, really good. You know, on planes, boring journeys, just sitting there with missing your Wi-Fi is no more with this new in-flight network. So, yeah, that's number two, guys. Number three. Now, number three is Samsung's flagship phone. Now, you may be thinking, well, yeah, the Samsung Galaxy S4. But no. Next week, Samsung are having a conference. Now, this conference is pretty much hoped to be the S5 release. And people are really sure it's going to be that because there's been some leaked pictures of boxes and all that. And we actually have some specs. So, what people are thinking right now, due to leaked pictures, is a 20 megapixel camera, which is pretty insane for a phone. Not as good as the Nokia Lumia, but with that 41 megapixel camera. But still, we got 20 megapixel camera. It's pretty good. And yeah, so we've also got 3000 milliamp battery, which is basically the Note 2's battery. Now, I think maybe this is going to mean that the display is actually bigger, and it needs therefore a more bigger battery to run the display. So, also talking about resolution, there's an extremely high resolution rate, and people are actually saying it's a 2K display. Now, this is pretty insane, and I really hope it is, because I love really good quality displays, you know, like Retina and stuff. I just love the look of that sharpness and all that. So there's also rumors of a 2.5 gigahertz quad-core processor. Now, this is pretty insane, and I cannot believe that that is going to be in the S5. Now, the Note 3 has a 2.3 gigahertz quad-core, and that is just amazing. But 2.5 would just be even better. For a Samsung flagship phone, you probably need the top specs. Also, it's rumored to have 3 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty insane. Now, that's the same as the Samsung Galaxy Note 3, and yeah, I can see the S5 starting to resemble a Note. So maybe the design will be slightly similar with that fake leather back. But who knows? Okay, so number 4. I'm sure many of you will have heard of the game Flappy Birds, and recently the developer has taken it down. I'm not sure why. I think maybe because some people were bothering him and stuff because, you know, they're not so good at Flappy Birds. He's the developer. I mean, they're obviously going to, you know, complain to him about making the game bad. But it's probably just the people. So the guy actually took the game down from the App Store and the Play Store. But obviously because Android can download third-party apps, then that's completely fine. So Android users can still get it. But for the iPhone, there's people on Amazon selling an iPhone with Flappy Birds for £150,000. So that is pretty insane, and yeah, if you want to make some money, if you still have Flappy Birds on your iPhone, go sell on eBay. Okay, next is Sony's new MP3 player. Basically, Sony have made a waterproof MP3 player, and it's really cool. The packaging is basically a bottle of water with water in and the MP3 player floating. Now, this is really cool, and basically what they're going to try to do is they're going to have these vending machines around leisure centers and stuff like that. So when you're in the gym, you can just go to the vending machine and buy an MP3 player. Now, who doesn't want to do that? That's great. So, I don't know how you get it out. Maybe you drink the water first, if you're thirsty or something. But yeah, it's a really good idea, and I think it'll catch on. Okay, next on the list is Microsoft. So Microsoft have basically delayed the patch update for the Xbox One. Now this has made a lot of people really annoyed, like really pissed off. I mean, when you buy a console that price, you want it to be perfect, right? You don't want all glitches and stuff happening, and they just want it fixed and perfect. So yeah, I don't know what's happened there. So apparently they're moving it to March, maybe end of March. It should have been end of February, but yeah, who knows? I mean, it is Microsoft. Yeah, their updates aren't that good. Yeah, but thanks for watching.